Hooray! It's finally here, the Alphabet Airshow, the most exciting day in Alphabet Town, and the day we've all been waiting for. The sky is sparkling with color, and everyone is buzzing with excitement. All the letters have been practicing their moves, and today, they get to show off their amazing skills for everyone to see. All the letters are here, zipping and zooming, ready to show off their best tricks and flips. The air is filled with laughter and cheers as the alphabet gets ready to take flight. Look, there's A, brave and bold, doing a daring loop-the-loop in the sky, leaving a sparkling trail behind. A's confidence inspires the other letters to try their best too. "I am amazing!" A shouts, and the crowd cheers even louder, waving flags and clapping their hands in delight. B bounces by, giggling and bumping into a fluffy cloud, making everyone laugh with its silly bouncy moves. Poof! The cloud wiggles like jelly, wobbling and jiggling as B bounces off, adding to the fun and silliness in the sky. C floats gently, careful and curvy, humming as it drifts like a happy banana. D dashes with a burst of energy, E zips everywhere in a flash, and F flies fast, zooming past the clouds with a whoosh. And even Sleepy Z is practicing its zigzag nap, gliding back and forth in the sky, almost dozing off mid-flight but still having fun. The sky is a party of letters, swirling and twirling. But this isn't just any party, it's the Alphabet Airshow, where every letter gets a chance to shine and show what makes them special. The letters have a big job today, to work together and make words. They'll form words that are big and bold, small and sweet, and even some that are silly and funny. Watch as they twist and turn, joining together to create all kinds of word shapes in the sky. Suddenly, the announcer, a loud and cheerful megaphone, booms out across the sky. Welcome to the amazing Alphabet Airshow. Get ready for a show full of surprises, laughter, and learning. Are you ready? The show is about to begin, so sit back, look up, and let's see what the alphabet can do. Before the big show, the letters had to practice. A lot. Every morning, as the sun peeked over the clouds, the alphabet would gather in the sky, stretching their lines and warming up their curves. They knew that spelling words in front of an audience was no small feat, and everyone wanted to get it just right. The director, Capital One with a tiny hat perched on top, called out, "Let's spell cat, C-A-T, get into position." I's voice echoed across the sky, and all the letters scrambled to their spots, eager to impress. C floated over with a gentle swoosh, A zoomed in with a burst of energy, and T stood tall and proud, ready to complete the word. But oh no, C faced the wrong way, looking out at the clouds instead of the crowd, and A was upside down, its pointy top dangling toward the ground. T just watched in confusion, unsure what to do next. Instead of spelling cat, the letters ended up in a tangled, squiggly mess. It looked more like a wiggly worm than a word. "No, no, no," groaned I, throwing up its little arms in exasperation. "That's not cat. We need to work together and pay attention." The letters took a deep breath and tried again. "Let's spell dog this time," I encouraged, hoping for better luck. D dashed in with a determined grin. O spun around and around like a giggling donut, and G swung its curly tail playfully as it took its place. For a split second, DOG looked perfect, just like in the alphabet books. But then O couldn't stop giggling and rolled away, bouncing off a cloud, while G got tangled up in a sunbeam and couldn't move. Practicing was much harder than it looked. The letters were starting to feel tired, some even sighing or wiping imaginary sweat from their brows. But they soon realized that making a word is a team sport. Each letter had to do its part, and everyone needed to cooperate to make the magic happen. The letters kept trying, learning from their mistakes and helping each other. They discovered that everyone had to work together, in the right order, to make real words appear in the sky. I sighed, looking up at the swirling clouds with a worried face. "This air show is going to be tricky," I muttered. But deep down, I knew the letters could do it if they didn't give up. And the letters weren't giving up yet. With big smiles and determined hearts, they got ready to try again, excited to show everyone that practice and teamwork makes perfect. The big moment arrived. The announcer boomed, "The letters will spell sun!" S slithered up, swirling proudly. U floated in, smiling wide. All eyes were on N, but N was nervous. N wobbled, then, whoops, flipped upside down and looked just like a Z. The crowd blinked. S-U-Z? "What does S-U-Z spell?" a kid asked. The letters panicked. "That's not a word," squeaked U. S wiggled with worry. N, now a Z, blushed. I got nervous, N cried. The first word was a funny mixed-up muddle, but the crowd just laughed and the show went on. The letters realized, even mistakes can be fun. Time to try again. The director I called, let's spell jump. J bounced into the sky, full of energy. U floated in, M marched in strong, and P popped into place. J-U-M-P. The word was clear, until it was time to jump together. J did a triple flip, P hopped, U bobbed, and M barely wiggled. The word jump wobbled and shook all over the sky, looking like jelly on a trampoline. The crowd giggled at the silly sight. J landed with a bounce, U giggled, P puffed out its chest, and M rumbled. Spelling the word was one thing, doing it together was another. The letters learned teamwork means moving together, not just spelling together. The air show was getting sillier by the minute. Suddenly, a zippy letter appeared. Q. Q was looking for U to practice quack. But K tried to help, flapping and quacking loudly. K is for quack, K announced, even though that wasn't right. G joined in with gurgles, B bounced and bubbled, and soon all the letters were making silly sounds. Z snored, F fizzed, R roared, a symphony of silliness. The Alphabet Airshow turned into the Alphabet Babble Show. The director, I, looked tired. The announcer was silent. The crowd laughed at the noisy, jumbled sky. It wasn't the show they planned, but it was a super-duper silly surprise. In the middle of the chaos, A spoke up, her voice rising above the jumble of sounds and scattered letters. The room was filled with confusion, but A's determination shone through. Wait, we're not a team, we're just a mess, A called out, her arms waving for attention. We're all trying so hard, but we're not working together. The letters stopped and listened, surprised by A's honesty. For a moment, the room grew quiet as everyone turned to face her. I wanted to be the star, A admitted, her cheeks turning a little pink. I thought if I stood out, everything would work, but I was wrong. But a star isn't a word. No matter how much I shine, I can't do it alone. C spoke up next. I was so careful, I faced the wrong way. I wanted to be perfect, but I got mixed up. N added, I got so nervous I flipped over. I just wanted to help, but I made things sillier. Then wise W floated forward, her glasses glinting kindly. She looked at everyone with a gentle smile. We're all different. Bouncy, quiet, fast, slow. Some of us are loud, some are shy, and some like to dance or sing. But together we can make something bigger. W smiled. We can make words. We can tell stories. We can create magic when we join forces. But only if we work together, W finished, her voice warm and encouraging. The other letters nodded, feeling hope spark inside them. A new feeling spread, teamwork. It was like a gentle glow, making everyone feel stronger and braver. H asked, how can we help? J stopped bouncing, M stopped rumbling, and Q found U, ready to work together. Each letter wanted to do their part. The letters decided to try one more time, not for the crowd, but for each other. This time they would listen, help, and cheer each other on. They would spell one last word as a real team, with everyone in the right place, working side by side. This time they'd get it right, together, as friends, and as a team. Let's spell something we all are, said W. Let's spell friends. F flew to the front, R rolled in, I stood tall, E zipped in, N took a deep breath, D dashed, and S slithered into place. Friends. The words shone in the sky, perfect, bright, and together. The crowd was silent, then erupted in cheers. The letters felt a warm glow. They weren't just letters, they were a team. From that day, the Alphabet Airshow was the best show in the world. The letters kept their personalities. B was bouncy, Z was sleepy, J loved to jump. But now they knew. Being yourself is great, but being part of a team is even better. Together they could spell anything. Cat, dog, jump, even spectacular. And they always remembered, working together helps everyone shine brighter.